The producer's point of view.
All right. Back in the building, New York's most influential producer is back. Season 10 is kicking off real crazy right now. I believe this is episode 3 already for the year. So yeah, I'm proud. I had a decision to say, you know what, this is the 10th year of the producer's point of view, and I want to make sure, in my mind, I want to interview 100 artists. And when I say artists, that just means anybody that's producing some form of art form. And then I got the call from Miss Money Lynn that we had some directors, some super directors in the building. I said, oh yeah, this is right up my alley. I was ready for that. Saturday morning early. So what's good, brothers? Tru Light Films is in the building.
What's good, baby?
All right.
Long time.
Long time. But it's good to see you.
Might be
Great
20,
to see you.
20 years, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a long time.
Yeah.
It's a long time.
That we sat down. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a long time.
But we've been working.
Yes.
We got a lot accomplished. So we're gonna get a chance to get into all that today. But what's going on with y'all? Like, I see I came in with merch. We got a movie dropping, so we got a lot to talk about.
Dropped.
So we just dropped.
Oh, the movie dropped.
The movie just dropped.
All right,
Will You Marry Me? This is out.
All right.
With Jamal Woolard, Gravy, and Nia Lee from Love and Hip Hop.
All right, let me put that up. Let me show that to the people's them.
You know what I'm saying? Boom.
All right, so let me show you how this podcast goes right here. This podcast is about producers. So it's called The Producer's Point of View, but not just about music producers. It's about anybody that produces a product, right? So if you paid attention over the years, and I've been doing this particular brand of a show with producers and artists and writers and everything, cooks, everybody has been on the show so far. So this being, more of a film-based show today is going to really you guys are going to drop some jewels for the people that don't know what the process is, because I like to get into what the process of everything is. So let me just get to how y'all got started, how y'all met each other, and how y'all started to build this brand.
Okay, that's dope.
We'll get to the movie later.
Okay, say no more. I met Mr. Luke Steffen on my music video travels. So I shot.
So you used to be when you was shooting music videos.
I still shoot them.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just different now.
Right.
It gotta
it's
be
just different.
I don't do the stand on the corner.
Standing in the projects,
It could be that, but it gotta be a theme. It gotta be a story. It's gotta be something other than you just standing here rapping.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't get no thrill out of that. No.
Okay.
I did
you elevated from that, evolved.
I did 800 of those.
800.
You know what I'm saying? 800 of those, literally, from Jada Kiss to 6ix9ine to Fetty Wap. I did a bunch of videos, bro. You know what I mean? So, but I met him doing a video for a young lady, Kaya Baby. You know Kaya Baby?
Kaya Baby, yeah.
So I did a joint. I did a joint for Kaya Baby. I thought she was dope. I didn't charge her. I thought she was dope. I went out there, shot a video in Queens or whatever. He saw the video. He liked the video.
You remember the name of it?
I don't remember the name of it.
I don't remember the name of it either.
We got to get Kaya Baby on the show.
Damn, I don't.
What was the name of it? You know what?
We could find it, but
it was called. I think it was called Tunnel Vision, and we went to this tunnel in Queens and shot the main performance shot.
Yes.
But we did a thing. We did a storyline. We did a whole thing with that, right? So he just threw me off. What were we talking about?
The Kaya Baby video.
Oh, right. So I did that Kaya Baby video, and then I went into a short film. And when I went to the short film, he was there because the dude that I had, Mr. Venom from
Money and
Violence. Yeah.
I had him in the short film.
Yes.
And he brought him with him.
Oh, okay.
And then from that point on, and I was DMing him trying to get to him. And he was like,
it's funny. I just seen like when Money and Violence did a press run with me back when that was rocking. So I got video footage of that, and I'm like, I can't wait to show all of that, all that work. All right. So then, what was your take on that time? Like, what were you doing? What were you doing at that point in time?
At that time, I came in doing movies, the web series. Again, the inspiration was Money and Violence. So when I seen
that was your first before Money and Violence. You wasn't doing any film.
No.
Oh wow! So
no,
you was.
I was doing restaurants. And brother Chaz put me with someone, and I started getting into the film. Yes.
Rest in peace. That's my guy.
Rest in peace. And that's how I started getting into the film. And then once I got into it, I started doing the seminars, the this, the that, and just fell in love with it. But back to him, it was his camera work is what caught my eye. And I just was like, asked Kaya, who's that? And, you know, she told me who it was, and we started communicating, and then I went on the set with Venom, and then we met. And then I was doing a series called Sister's Keeper, and he came. I said, I need someone to do sound. You do sound? He said, yeah, I can do sound. And when he came to do the sound, the person that was working the camera. Gave him the camera.
That was I can curse? Can I curse?
Nah, don't.
That was the dumbest thing he could have ever did.
Right.
That was dumb.
He gave him the camera.
Sorry
and
if he
it
had
was,
to see. No disrespect, bro, but that was dumb.
yeah.
At the time, because you was hungry and you was ready to get.
yeah.
You was ready
I
to
said,
get
you
busy.
want me to shoot?
Yeah.
He was like,
And after that?
yeah. I said, oh, yeah, this guy, he's making a mistake. You never bring your man to the interview. 'Cause you're most likely not going to get the job.
Right.
That's just what happens when you do that.
Right. And they told us that growing up.
Right.
With job interviews.
Don't do that.
I don't think a lot of people
know. He thought I was a sound
into it.
guy.
Right.
Didn't realize I was a shooter.
You
I
was a
could do
shooter.
the sound,
Right.
but I'm a shooter. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I've done some sound too. So, but what's dope? What's dope about the film business for me? My connection is my cousin, my blood cousin is Malik Abdul Abbott, which he directed all of Jay-Z's first videos.
Dope,
He did The
dope,
Streets Is Watching. He did all that. So I got a chance to go visit him at his crib in L.A. and super humble brother, and plaques, Jay-Z plaques and all that on the wall. But he's not even on none of that. And so anytime I need advice or I see people coming up, I like to try to like pick his brain and connect the dots. But so that's a whole nother story later on. But it's dope to see that the evolution of where you guys came from. Now, do you remember what you first started shooting on? What was your first camera?
It was a Canon 7D.
A Canon 7D was your first. So you didn't have none of the camcorders, none of those, the Panasonics and all that back in the days. Because that's I'm not talking about when you started making money. I'm talking about when you first, was you using tapes?
Let me tell you what I was using. I still have it. It's in the crib. I was using a home video camera.
Okay,
And
now we get into what I want to get to.
all the footage of, you remember Supreme Excellence? That was Maddie's first mixtape. I just found the footage of me downtown running up on people, me and Malachi, filming on a camcorder. We had T-shirts and CDs, and we was selling them and giving them out. So I started doing like that. That's what I started doing.
Right. Because it's interesting. I like to talk about this year in particular. I'm talking about the evolution of digital media.
Yes.
So I have a whole structure that I'm going on at now, because I think a lot of these kids, especially the ones that I teach, don't really understand how powerful their phone is and all the things that a phone took the place of now. Like, there's a microphone in there, there's a camera in there.
Yeah. People are doing this right now with iPhones.
Right,
Yeah.
right. Oh yeah. In 2020,
Yes.
I had a run where I shot some stuff when I was at. I had another studio on Broadway, and 42nd Street. And when I look at the footage from that time, like I'm like, what was I using? I was using 3 iPhones and a switcher program on an iPad. But I was using that because it was new technology, and it looks crazy. It looks amazing still.
Right,
Like
still.
it's probably some of my best work.
Right.
So it's important for the kids to know what they're walking around with. So when I get with brothers like you, I like to have that conversation about where it came from, because they just think that especially this story right here. You guys met each other on a humble at a shoot. He asked you to do one thing, you did another, and 20 years later,
Not even 20. 6.
Oh, well, 6 years. I'm
20.
just saying his
20,
path was
20
20
years.
years.
4 years.
Yeah.
4 years.
2020.
2020?
I mean, that was 2019, but 2020 is when we started rocking.
Yeah,
so it's only been 4 years.
You know
years.
what's crazy? We got the same birthday.
Yeah.
The same birthday.
So that's a younger version of me.
That's
So I see me, but
We got the same
So
birthday.
y'all what
He's
sign
with
is
him.
that?
That's
Virgo.
We coming up.
Oh man,
August
so I know
25th.
y'all,
Yeah.
Here it
It's
comes.
fiery. Shit is fiery.
Here it comes.
It's fiery.
So moving through and connecting the way that you did, like now you're partners. So before y'all were just individually working on what you was working on? Because you was working with the Money and Violence, and you came up from that era. What were you
well,
working
I
after?
didn't work with Money and Violence.
You was inspired by that.
I was inspired by that because dude was like, "You ever heard of Money and Violence?" And I was like, "No." And he said, "Let's do a web series." So it was an inspiration.
Okay, got it.
So Mo
got it.
was an inspiration.
So
Shout out
his
to Mo.
first introduction to the game was American Gangster.
Yes.
He was on it.
The movie.
Yeah. No, the documentary
Oh, the documentary. Okay.
on
so-
BET.
He was on the documentary.
yeah.
That
So
was
he's
his
one. Of,
first.
is he one of American Gangsters? Is that what you telling me? Like, but you just not trying to blow him out? Because I just need to
No.
know. what we dealing with right now.
I was around the guy that was around the guy.
Okay.
Right. You gotta do your history, but
Yeah.
that's where he got his first taste
Yes.
of
Okay.
that life.
Yeah.
Like, you know, he turned them out.
Right.
Yeah.
the
And then I
production.
became a consultant the following season. So,
So you got a
shout
lot.
out to
You
Curtis
wore a
Coleman.
lot of hats, which allow you to now know how to move with your own business.
Well, everything is a learning process. Every loss is a lesson. You know, I'm just glad that I was here to bear witness to this guy's evolution of shooting a camera, then becoming a DP, then becoming a director, which is where he's at now. And each one, he rocked the shit out of it.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So it's just like when they say that God has a plan, it's just a plan.
It's always
This
a
is just
plan.
how it works. And no matter who comes and who goes or who tries to circumvent, you're right here.
You're right here. So this is the producer's point of view, and if you didn't know, this is season 10, episode 3. I'm keeping track. Normally I don't do that. Like I shot so much. Like I got so many episodes of, man, listen. You already know.
Thousands
You already
of
know.
episodes.
I don't even know what the number. I be trying to do the math, but the point is, like I wasn't keeping track. But I see that that's the way everything's lined up now. So that's why I wanted to ask you, as far as being organized and coming up with a series. Like, do you have the full from A to Z, and then you break it up into, all right, this is gonna be part 1, episode 2, episode 3, based off of how the storyline is going?
Are you talking about writing?
In directing, like once you have the whole story, you have the whole story. Now, how do you know how you breaking it down into different segments?
Oh, once he has the story put together.
Yeah,
It depends on how you
I'm thinking of web series and like.
It depends on how they shoot it.
Right.
So
Yeah.
everybody shoots differently. So if I was to shoot, let's say 10 episodes, and it all took place in relatively to some of the same places, we would be shooting all out of order.
The whole 10 episodes.
So if in 10, let's
Talk
just
to
say,
your mic. I'm sorry.
so let's just say like give you an example of Martin,
Mm-hmm.
right? And everything's in the living room, right? They probably shot all of those, all of what they had to shoot in the living room for all episodes.
Okay.
And then move to the bedroom for all episodes.
But they just know which parts need to be for which.
That's
It's
the
all
AD
laid, yeah,
that's
it's all
the
laid
AD's
out.
job. The assistant director takes care of the paperwork, and then director directs the flow.
Directs, right.
Yeah.
And the producer puts the people together.
You the producer?
Yeah.
He said, "Yeah, I gotta watch this guy look." Right? Yeah. All right. So then, what would be if you two had to do one of 3 things: produce, promote, or perform? Which perform is actually doing a thing? What would that be? And you can only do that for like how we had the pandemic. You only do one thing. So would you do you enjoy promoting the film? Do you enjoy actually doing the production work,
Yeah.
or planning and putting
I'd
it
rather
together?
just stay and shoot all day.
Yeah. He's a
Oh,
machine.
yeah.
He's a machine.
I'm actually the one who edit these movies too.
Yeah, he's a
And
machine.
you love editing?
Yeah.
'Cause
Yeah.
I don't love editing. I love having the control of the vision that I have in my head, but the sitting there, I think I got a problem with sitting down for a long period of time, which is weird because I used to be an engineer and I could sit there. I guess it depends on what I'm doing.
Yes.
Yeah.
It depends on what you're editing.
Yeah.
Because if these are my movies, so
Right.
I'm in love with everything.
Right,
So
right.
I want to be there until it's done. Then I'm
Yeah.
like, all right, it's done. But my brain is. I
Yeah,
got
he-
OCD. I gotta do it until it's done. I'll sit there for 16
Yeah.
hours a day until it's done.
Yeah, I'll be at
Until
his,
it's done.
I'll be at his
Do you
house for a
eat?
week.
Do you forget to eat, or do you
I
lay
forget
it?
to eat.
Yeah.
I know that.
My
that
daughter
drive.
will bring food. Wife will bring food.
Like you in jail, slide it under the door.
Put it
right?
right on the table, and then get out. That's
Just
it.
get going.
Go. I'm locked in. I don't like to not. I like to lock in.
All right, so check it. This is producer's point of view. We here with Tru Light Films. Don't get it twisted with Tru Light Films, and we're gonna be right back. We're gonna take a quick break, come right back, and then we're gonna get into the movie. Like now, I want to get into this movie that they just dropped. All right, so y'all stay tuned. We'll be right back.
The producer's point of view.
All right, the producer's point of view. We back in the building. We still got Tru Light Films in the building, and they on a press run right now. They stopped through the Matrix Studios. The producer's point of view. Shout out to Money Lynn for that, because I'm always appreciate when she sends me quality, which I think her quality control is pretty high. Like she has a very good standard. So you guys are here today. on behalf of Money Lynn doing what she does. All right, so let's get into the movie. Will You Marry Me? Wow, this is gonna be good. We're about to have some fun right now. So who came up with the concept of Will You Marry Me?
My brother did.
Okay.
My brother did. One guy got it right last week. So we got about 8 million streams on this joint.
8 million streams?
8 million. It's only been out 19 days.
Yeah.
So,
I love that. I love that for you. 8 million. This is on Tubi?
yes.
Yes.
We gotta talk about Tubi a little bit later. You gonna tell me how you get what's the split on that 8 million? But go ahead, tell me about the who got it right, because I need to know.
So we did this film. It's inspired by hip hop. So we did this film based off of a Nas record
Okay.
that we heard and liked, and the kid got it. He put a post with this picture and the song.
Playing on Instagram.
And I said,
Undying Love.
I said, why did you use that song? He said, yo, because the ending reminded me of this song. I said, oh, that's crazy. You
Yeah.
got it right, bro. Like, that's what we did. We took that song and took pieces from it and made a movie out of that.
That's a good point. I was always saying that I think hip hop in itself should be something that every single story, and I know this has been tried with different television shows in the past, but I'm just thinking that cartoons, short stories, web series, all should
Yes.
derive from those stories. It should be that marriage.
It's so dope.
It should be, because
so dope.
they're telling a story that we see the words that they're saying when they rapping, but we never see the actual action.
Now, I was targeting songs that didn't have videos. So this Nas record is called Undying Love.
right, and there was no video for it.
There's no video for it. But
Did
it's-
Nas hear about this yet? Did he-
No,
No.
but he might.
I don't know.
I don't know.
That's why you see Biggie's playing.
Yeah. My man Gravy.
So we kind of played
Those are
on
signals.
We kind of played on that. You know what I mean? But it's, you know that song?
I don't.
No
I'm gonna
one-
listen to it. I'm gonna
one
listen to
seems
it.
Listen
know that
to it.
song.
At the
Listen
end of the
to it.
show, I'm gonna pull it up as we rap, just so I can make sure that it's in my head.
Not the first verse, but the rest of the song. After the first verse, just
It's like-
listen and watch the
There's
movie.
bits and
Or
pieces
watch
in
the
it.
movie and listen to the
There's
song.
bits and pieces in the first verse, but then the second verse is really like, you know what I mean? But yeah, so that's what the concept was. Not the whole concept, but just a piece of that.
Right.
Not the whole thing, just a
Right.
piece of it.
Just a piece of it.
Specifically the ending and how it ended. My brother wrote this film, Matty Tosca. He
Shout out
wrote
to
Yes.
Maddie. Yeah, shout out
Yes,
to
sir.
my
He
guy
wrote
Maddie.
this film.
So, all right. So, how much? Let's get back to the streams now, because I have not put anything on Tubi yet, and I got, like I said, I got a billion pieces of content that's already shot. That's in places. So, how much are they paying over there on Tubi?
It's
80 million streams.
It's a CPM.
Okay.
No,
Ad
it
So
is.
it's right.
Ad based.
So it's
So yeah,
ad-based. So the more they watch the movie and the ads play. This ad breaks in Tubi.
Right. So they do have that in podcasting too. I had that on Spotify. They had something like that. You post your thing and you could make commercial. You could make your own commercial, or they give you a commercial to read, and then however many people
Right.
um,
Right.
view the podcast.
So it's based off every 1,000 impressions. This was a CPM.
Okay,
So it's per 1,000 impressions. So you get a specific rate per 1,000 impressions.
that is super dope.
Super dope.
All right. So when getting on Tubi, is there any other platforms that you're on now, and do you have it on like your own website as well too, where people can watch it, or you send everybody to Tubi?
No, I
That's
have
the
it, I
only
have I have the Tubi links embedded on my website. So if they go to the website and press play, the movies will play right in the player.
Right.
So
But they just. But
Just on Tubi.
do they have to pay? Do you have to have
Tubi's
Tubi?
it's
free.
free. You don't
Tubi's
even
free. You don't have to pay
So I
for
could
Tubi.
watch Tubi from your.
Yes.
Yes.
And you don't even have to have a Tubi account.
Yeah.
They don't give a F about that. You could just watch
See,
it.
these are the things that people don't talk about.
85 million viewers a month go
Mm-hmm.
through Tubi.
So when you first, because the things I heard about Tubi was like, oh, you be watching a movie and there be one person this scene, and the
Well-
next scene
well-
be the next.
That's the type of movie.
Well, look now.
But the reason I'm saying that, before you say what you, the reason I'm saying that is because, like, to put your stuff that's so polished and so ready, and then you got people that's not even putting the effort in side by side. Like, how does that make you feel? Or have they cleaned that up? Do they have it like sectioned off now? Where
Well, I think that it's kind of cleaned up. Tubi has deals with Marvel Studios and other
So there was
studios.
there was a new
so
brand
they're
and now they
upgrading.
got- right.
I mean, it's just basically like, you know, when you coming into the game, you're taking everything,
Right.
and now once you're there, you're gonna like shift it. So put it this way: we ain't gonna have no trouble with our product to go on Tubi. Where other people, those people that had the one outfit and another outfit, they will have a problem getting on there.
As directors, why is that happening? How do you not know that people are going to pay attention, or do they just not care?
They might not know.
They might not be at
that you got a yellow
level.
shirt on in this scene, and then now you got a green shirt on the next scene.
Let me explain something to you. Filming a movie
I'm saying
just may be the hardest thing I've ever completed. And I've been in the Air Force. I've done a lot of things that were difficult. Completing a movie from top to bottom is probably the most difficult.
A lot of moving parts.
You have to pay attention to detail heavy. The sense of urgency has to be high. You have to have everybody paying attention to detail. There's so many moving parts. You understand what I'm saying? It might have slipped through. You got movies, $100 million movies that make mistakes. Literally.
Look at Belly. When they knocked the table over, the cups is standing sideways. That was a $10 million movie.
The cups never fell.
The cups never fell.
They were stuck to the table.
They were stuck to the table.
When it flips,
you probably never even noticed it.
But that's
pay attention.
Tons of movies like that.
Right? No, I get that. I get that.
Power.
I'm saying
Power. I put the shoes on twice.
Power. He puts his shoes on
twice.
Arguing with the girl.
Twice.
They change the angle and he puts his shoes on again.
Millions of dollars.
That show is
so why they ridiculing us if we make a mistake?
Right. Well, see, I'm not. That's what I'm not.
No, not you.
You're right. No.
I'm just saying.
I'm just trying the word on the street at the time when Tubi came out was that they was making jokes about it online, and I'm like, why? As a producer, I'm wondering like why they let when that happened.
Let me tell you why. It's producers, it's directors, it's cameramen who are new in the game.
Yeah.
They're not seasoned. They're not experienced. And I think it's dope. The reason why I think it's dope is
you get to see the elevation.
Not only that, they get a shot.
Yes.
Well, I'm all for that.
They get to partner with a multi-million-dollar company. And they shit is not, they're not all the way together. They're not all the way ready to go. And they're getting a partnership with it's kind of like iTunes and Apple. You got people in the house putting the record out, and it's not good.
Right.
There's
no quality control on that.
And they're just putting it out.
Right.
And some of them hit, some of them don't hit, some of them become TikTok stars. You can't be mad at that person because
they're trying.
And they starting and completing something. So Tubi ain't no difference between what Apple's doing.
Right.
With the music. Or
what
Spotify
that's a good analogy.
Ain't no difference.
So I rest my case on that then. So and I do believe that because I run a business that allows anybody from the beginning of radio to your most seasoned to come and do a show, and it's my job to get them up to speed because it's on my brand. But there are some people that really be under seasoned and not ready for the
I don't think those movies will seep through in 2025 and in the end of 2024. They have a new CEO and they have a quality control section where they're not. It might slip through the cracks, but then again, it might not.
Right.
It depends.
You got to understand some of our work prior wasn't like the work now, but it gave us an outlet to see and learn.
And build a fan base.
And build a fan base. Build the marketing. Learn from each movie to get better and better and better.
Just like music.
Sometimes
kids start out and they're not in the best recording studio. But they're building fans, and they get a little bit of money.
Because you have to get the money that they build up.
They meet somebody like you that goes, nah, bro, listen, you got to go to this studio, you got to get the mix right. You know what I mean? And you get seasoned as you go.
So it's the same thing. It's the same thing in every business. So before we wrap, I want to also know about you guys ever think about or are you doing any type of workshops with kids in schools? Because I do a media mentorship program, the 3 Ps of producing, and I focus on production. on podcasting now because that's the easy thing to do with the kids. They love that, but it would be dope to be able to tie out into as we growing to do the film part because the kids love the camera. I'll bring a camera in, I'll show them how to record for a podcast or on YouTube. But I think it'd be a step further.
Tie us in.
That's what I do, man.
Perfect.
I go to Brooklyn, and I got these kids from Germany. I do a whole course with them. They come for 12 days. So I take them to Brooklyn, and we do a whole bunch of stuff. I just was speaking to them about maybe 2 months ago. Yeah, I do that. I enjoy that.
Okay.
That's my give back, teaching these kids how to get their head out there behind
and
do
they,
something right.
They need us to be explaining this to them while we're doing this so that they can see it happening because we didn't have that in eras coming up. Whoever was in the industry was in the industry. It seemed like so far away. The internet just kind of made it at least more of something that is obtainable.
Yes.
And I think that we should take advantage of that as young black men and definitely the elders of a lot of these kids that's out here, you know, to pick up a camera instead of a gun and you know, teach them how to shoot in that way, because they got imaginations that's wild, and they need to understand how to produce. We never know, we could have the next True Life, you know, superstar shooter, and they might be 12 years old, but nobody never gave them a shot.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
So yeah, any closing words? Anything y'all want to make sure y'all promote? Like, again, this is podcast / live. So
closing words. This is dropping.
Oh, we got
This
another
this
one.
month.
This drops in 3 weeks. Now, look,
Oh, I need a cameo too. Could we
this
use
is-
the station like as a
yes,
an interview,
we can.
something
Yes,
like?
we
Can
can.
we?
I got a rap movie coming soon. But
Okay.
look, this is Crystal the Doll, which is Queen Tubi, Nia Lee,
Nia Lee is doing it right now.
Denzel Danbridge,
Dandridge,
Dewan
Ford,
Ford, Marquise Moore,
Diesel.
and Camille Hassan. So this is like Tubi All Stars right here. Hold this one up.
Yeah.
Oh, somebody had a question online. I wanted to get to this question before we close
Glow
out.
coming soon, baby.
Coming soon.
3 weeks.
I like the ads too, and I like the fact that you have them on shirts, because you know the shirt tails, they tell everything. You walking down the street, somebody, oh, what's that?
That's right.
Like new movie that's out.
And when the movie comes out, I'm gonna have QR codes on the back so they can just,
Right, just scan it, boom, boom.
somebody can
That
just
QR
walk
code
around.
is amazing.
Yes, it is.
I'm about to get a QR code and put it on 42nd Street. Like, forget about my face on it. Just scan this with the logo.
Right.
To you.
Win $100 or something. You gotta do something. It gotta be
what
some
they
type
wanna
of.
know, what they-
All right. While having Tubi, can the producers post their own sites with their work movies and cut the middleman out?
Can you put your site?
Can the producer post their own sites with all of their work
On the movie?
of their movies
On Tubi?
and cut the middleman
meaning
out?
like without Tubi?
No, without the middleman, like that can get you on Tubi. No.
No.
No. You have to become a self-distributor.
Yeah.
Right.
That means you need 80 films a quarter.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you could get 80 films a quarter, then you could cut that guy out.
Yeah. But other than that, why
Okay.
would they cut you out?
Why would
Like,
they do
how many films you gonna bring? Just yours?
Not
What
enough.
if your films don't make money? Then what are we doing?
What are we doing? Yeah, that goes back to the part of the business. You got to understand the whole business.
Again, if you got music, if your record goes crazy, here comes everybody else saying they want to be partners. Why? Because they see you know how to
They
make
see,
money.
yeah.
So if I don't know you're going to make money, why am I going to cut the middleman out and make a deal with you? I don't
Right.
even know if you can get money.
Right. And
Show and prove.
this
you
is
go.
why he's the guy next to the guy. This is why he's
Will
the guy
You
next
Marry
to
Me
the
is
guy.
out now,
Mhm.
starring Jamal Willard, Gravy, and Nia Lee.
Let's go get to it.
Glow is out in 3 weeks.
Ooh, that's going to be a smoker.
We just shot Heartbreak and Homicide.
Oh, my God.
Trapped in
Shooting.
Temptation, we shoot September 23rd.
Shooting.
Cream 2, we shoot in October.
And there's one more in November, but I'm not
We
sure
don't know
the
what
title
we-
yet.
yeah, we don't know what
So
it
we
is.
got
All
four
right. But
or
we
5
moving.
movies this year. And we're going to shoot 4 or 5 movies a year.
And
God willing.
Before we close out, what's crazy is I did the promo for the show today, just to let everybody know we live, and I used the Day Shooting by Nas, and then you told me the story about Nas, which is crazy how we both was on the same type of mindset. So, again,
Word.
definitely keep doing what you're doing. Keep being inspired and keep pushing the envelope to find other things outside of the box. You know, no more regular video shoots, standing next to a car with a stack of money. Like,
That's
Let's be
cliche. It's
creative.
old. Let's make a story. Let's do a mini movie.
let's travel. Let's go to Wall Street around the corner or something. Stand in front of the stock exchange building. I don't know. Do something different.
Let's be creative.
Let's get hair and makeup on set.
Let's get.
I'm
Oh man,
saying?
this is a whole segment in itself.
Let's step it up.
Right.
Let's stand out.
Let's change them lenses.
That's right. You know what I mean? Let's put some work in.
All right, the producer's point of view, season 10 is on and popping right now. Thanks to my guy Luke and Abe for coming through, and they'll be back because they got stuff going on and we ain't going nowhere and they ain't going nowhere. So this is just the beginning of the promo run. But make sure y'all go stream these movies. Go to the website right now. Will You Marry Me? And then stay tuned for the Glow joint coming up soon, because I don't know when you watching this. So if just check every day.
And
Just check.
Tubi is free. It don't cost you nothing.
Right.
You don't even gotta make an account. You don't even gotta give them your email.
You
Just
ain't
log
got
on
to tell
Give
them
me
who
your
you
website.
are.
Give me your website. And they can just go to it.
TruLightFilms.com. www.TruLightFilms.com. TruLightFilms.com.
All right, and we going. Y'all stay tuned for the next episode. Producer's point of view, be influenced.
The producer's point of view. DWI Music.